Alright guys, part 2. Sorry this is getting so long. I know that I've thrown in a lot of extras that, probably weren't meant to be there. But that's kind of how it goes sometimes when you can't really completely make your decision up on something. As for a favorite fixed blade, once again, I'm going to have to go with either this guy or my new Gurkha. This thing is just sick. I have been EDCing this thing for the last week and got it home today. I recently lost my strop, so I went out and got myself a new strop, started stropping this thing, and so I don't know if you guys could see that, but putting a real nice shine on the blade. This thing is super sharp now, so just loving this thing. One thing that I did do is I took the sheath and removed the loop, the little leather loop that John Fitzen had put on his sheath, and that way I made it so that I could do a basic crosswear type ability to pull it out. This rides now inside of my jeans and hooks over on the outside over my belt. So that way I've got a cross draw, and that way it rides really nice and tight into the body. One little problem I've had is the issue with this thing kinda sometimes will end up jabbing me up inside underneath my ribs, but not really a huge issue because I just will reposition that and it'll end up great. But once again, John made it very difficult to choose, as I've had this guy for so long. And I've used this thing just tremendously. I've reprofiled it, I've removed rust off of the blade. It is the carbon 5, so it's very heavy duty blade steel, and just razor sharp. And so John made it really difficult as far as fixed blades, which one would be my favorite of all time. So now on to the secondary small knife. This one was a tough decision as well. First I would have to probably go with a tough one. It's a choice between my Strider PT and my Sebenza Amnandi. As far as if I was to go into fancy restaurants, or was with a higher class, I'd probably be wearing this. As far as everyday use, backup, considering I haven't used this because this is kind of one of my grail knives as for right now until I get another one, but basically I'd have to say this guy as my small knife backup. And as far as the last one, another tough decision, Safe Queen and non-user. This one I haven't used. I know I said that I was probably going to start EDCing it. I did carry it once, but I haven't used it. It's one of those things where I really just kind of want to carry it around, and or not carry it around, but just know that it's there to back me up in a financial situation, but also the fact that I really don't feel like beating this thing up. So maybe someday when I go out to nicer restaurants or something like that, or actually become a higher class type person, which isn't likely to happen, but that would probably be it. This one is another one, as you guys all know. Another one of my favorites. The reason why I probably didn't choose this one over this guy is the fact that I can't really play with this guy as much, since it is righty only. But I could still take it out, enjoy that box elder. God, that is just, I love that stuff. But just as a good safe queen, this one would be it. Another one I would have to go with would have to be my Hinder. I haven't quite decided if I want to have this as a grail knife, because I mean, this thing fits so comfortably in the hand. I really want to use it. I really want to carry it. I want to beat on it. I really do. But at the same time, it's one of those knives that you really don't want to beat on. Another thing I'd probably want to do is get a second one of these. One that's a non-flipper. I don't know. I had a gentleman that the other day, when I was still waiting on this to show up, had posted on Blade forums that he had a Generation 1 that was near mint condition, non-flipper, and he wanted a Gen 2 or a Gen 3 non-flipper, but you know, I had replied to him that I had a brand new Gen 3 coming out of the box, just, you know, brand spanking new, and he said that he just didn't want a flipper at all, and I would have loved to have gotten that one off of him, because I would have traded this guy in a heartbeat had it shown up on time and he was willing to trade for the Gen 1. Gen 1 is custom made by Rick. I just know that, you know, with as difficult as these are to come by, Gen 1, you know, Generation 1 Rick Hinder is going to be worth a whole lot more than this guy, because this is pretty much a semi-production. Rick does do the sharpening on it, but that's about it. Everything else is completely factory done, and you know, so it wouldn't be as well appreciated as the custom one would. But as far as just perfection with a non custom made, this thing is immaculate. I mean, I've looked this thing up and down. There's no flaw in it whatsoever. The grinds, or the actual sharpening that Rick did himself, as you can see where it came up to the sponto, there is a little bit of indifference in the consistency of the sharpening, but other than that, everything else is just perfect. So haven't decided if this is going to be a grail knife or a user. It definitely is an excellent grail knife to be choosing, whereas, you know, you've got these guys. These guys are pretty much, as long as you keep them in excellent condition, they're guaranteed to make you money if you ever have to sell it. Same with this guy. Whereas I don't think that I'll ever be able to make what I spent on this guy. So, you know, you never know. I mean, you know, but all the rest of these are pretty much beaters. Definitely a beater, definitely a beater. This is just a user, and this could be a beater or user, however you want to look at it. But God, I love a flipper. Those things are so nice. But those are my favorites. Sorry it was really long and drawn out, but and that I had to come up with more than 6 knives. Sorry about that, John, but I really couldn't come to a final decision on any of them. And so that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.